Formula One, a sport well known for a fan base which watches cars go around and around in circles like it is the most exciting holiday since Guy Fawkes Day. It is a special kind of culture where every fan collectively sits, and while everyone may argue who the best driver or team is, we can all agree that at the end of the day, the cars look so cool. Like, look at them. This year, the liveries were released collectively on February 18th, a performance where we all thought Max was going to stand up since he started calling himself sick an entire week before the event.
On me, Chris. On me.
Especially for Red Bull.
On me.
I hope I'm sick that week.
On me.
I hope I'm sick that week.
I can't go out. I'm sick.
Overall, though, the event was super cool. We haven't seen all the drivers and teams together in such a long time that it was incredible to watch the teams reveal this time. It's rare to see all the Formula One's fan group together in one place, let alone cooperate in one place as well. A wonderful way to start off the 2025 season, and a great way to introduce all the new drivers' faces as well. However, watching this live stream got me thinking, what are some old liveries that we may have forgotten? Formula One has gone through many teams and cars over the years, with some incredible, unrecognizable liveries as well. So without further ado, let me state my personal top 5 from over the years and why. Some will be solely based on appearance, some with historical context, some with no reasons at all. So please don't come after my opinions, please. I swear I'm just trying to make it fun. Renault. The team I think we all collectively shedded a tear over when they ended up switching to Alpine in 2021, especially now that it has been officially stated it will be leaving Alpine as well at the end of the 2025 season. A team known for incredible moments, especially while racing with Fernando Alonso, the greatest rookie of all time. They were also known for having one of the most recognizable cars with their stunning blue and yellow combination. It stuck out from a lot of other cars which, at the time, favored more black and white cars with pops of colors such as McLaren's Senna-era car and Mercedes. My personal favorite car out of theirs was the R26, the 2006 car which led Alonso to his second World Drivers' Championship, marking one of the most incredible seasons in Formula One. Over the course of its season, it scored 8 wins out of 18 races in a tight battle for the WDC, right against Michael Schumacher. The car was most known for its rock-solid reliability, also for leading more laps and winning more races than any other single car in 2006. However, on a surface level, I just love the car because of its colors. Forever cemented in history, I doubt any other team would coin yellow and blue as its team colors ever again after how iconic they served for Renault. Speaking of recognizable colors, McLaren took a gamble using red in succession to Ferrari in 1984 and 1986. Red, now considered a color of grief amongst Ferrari fans considering the most recent seasons, was previously an iconic color in Senna's era for McLaren. It's one of the most historic teams on the grid, earning a whopping $30 million for historic bonus. McLaren has been through countless amounts of cars over the years. However, I would argue that the most iconic of all cars would be the McLaren MP42, one of the few cars to win its debut season. It won 11 wins in its first season and is often argued to be one of the fastest cars to have ever raced on the grid in comparison to its fellow drivers at the time. In fact, many people said it was a feat to even stay on the same lap as its car and driver. Ironically, the MP42 was actually pretty rough in qualifying trim, mostly because McLaren refused to run specific qualifying motors, as they made their own. Yet, it remained the car to beat. It looked iconic on the track, so much so that for a brief period of time, red was McLaren's color, and not Ferrari's. It wouldn't be until Williams turned up with Honda-powered engines in 1986 that McLaren's car would stumble and not be the best on track. Yet it is still one of the most iconic cars we've ever seen. Mercedes. Oh boy, Mercedes. One of the most well-known teams on the grid, known for some of the most amusing moments in history.
Like I know exactly by millimeter the average penis size of a beaver.
Some of the most iconic celebrations.
First time ever we've seen a Formula One car lifted onto the podium to join in the celebrations.
Worked a treat, didn't it?
Rivalries. And some of the most dominant seasons in history. Mercedes has always kept a somewhat consistent theme with their cars over the years, a tan-based color with trims and highlights of electric aqua lining the car, a color which has been coined by the team for decades now. The Mercedes W07 raced in 2016, the car which led Nico Rosberg, the Monaco-based YouTuber, to his legendary victory in the World Drivers' Championship, even with fewer victories in this season. At the time, it was the most wins a car had ever taken in a single F1 season, 19, the most points scored in a season, 765, the most podiums, 33, and the most poles, 20. Nico then placed as the only driver to manage to beat Lewis in equal machinery at the time, as well as Michael Schumacher, often nicknamed the Shepherd for such a feat in such a crazy car. It was a car that was both incredibly fast on straights, but also capable of navigating corners with skill and control. Yet another beautiful car to look at with its sleek and unique design, as well as its unique wheel structure, one of the best cars we've ever seen to date. This one may have a little personal bias, as McLaren is my favorite team in the current season, but I personally would like to take time to honor the McLaren MCL38, the 2024 season car, which managed to push forward two of the best drivers currently on the grid to 4th and 2nd place in the World Drivers' Championship standing, as well as the first World Constructors' Championship in a long time for the team. The MCL38 made its competitive debut in the 2024 Bahrain Grand Prix. However, it was common knowledge amongst the drivers it would take about until halfway through the season for the car to reach its full potential. It's rare to see a team make mid-season adjustments which work well, but in 2024, McLaren managed to do just that. The MCL38 was the fastest car on the grid for most of the recent season, addressing a long-standing weakness of McLaren's cars, achieving 6 race victories, 5 other podiums, and 8 poles this season. The MCL38 was the first McLaren car to win a Grand Prix since MCL35M in 2021, and a personal favorite of mine for making McLaren be back on the grid after a while of drought. I also just love the color orange, which also leads to the possible bias here. Ferrari, the team which seems to have sucked some of the joy out of Charles' eyes when he first joined, but has also brought back some of the life into him in victories such as Monaco and Monza. Ferrari has had a history of having some of the best cars on the grid, even if they do always tend to land second in the World Constructors' Championship every single year. The Ferrari 2004 sported the iconic red color while also being marked as the safest car to have ever raced the track, the most reliable by far at the time. Heavily based on previous seasons' F2003 GA, the F2004 continued the run of success the team had enjoyed since 1999, winning the team's 6th straight Constructors' Championship and 5th straight Drivers' Championship for Michael Schumacher. It had only retired from 2 races, hence being marked as one of the most reliable cars in history. The 053 engine was created to be as reliable as possible, as the new rule stipulated that it had to last twice as long as its predecessor, the entire race weekend. Another incredible car from Ferrari, another incredible car from Formula One. In conclusion, Formula One has had a bucket load of incredible cars over the years, and they keep producing more. Hopefully this upcoming season has some incredible moments just like the last one, whether that be memes, races, or a new face for the WDC.